Right. Well, I'm very honored that you're here today, and I think the first thing is we just want our viewers to find out a little bit more about yourself. If you don't mind, can you just tell us, who you are, where you're from, and just give us a little bit of background on yourself?
Well, my name is Lisa. I live here in Ohio. I have two teenage daughters, and one is going to be a senior this year, and the other one will be starting college in the fall.
That's outstanding. That's outstanding. Now you and I met first off at one of the free workshops that I put on. I think it's important that a lot of families out there kind of understand what were some of your concerns, some of your things that kept you up at night as it pertained to college planning for your two daughters.
Well, I'll tell you, as they were growing up and they were little, I thought, oh, I got plenty of time to worry about the college thing in the future, because there was always something else that I needed to be thinking about. So when it got to the point where we needed to start looking at colleges, I was at a complete loss, because I never went to college myself.
Okay.
And I had just no idea what I was supposed to be doing, where to start, what the options were, nothing.
And so you came to one of my free workshops that we did, and how did that make you feel, being in that kind of situation when you're trying to juggle your job, your life, raising your two daughters, but then also college? How those things make you feel?
I was really scared, because I have a very, very modest income, and I really was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to do this for my girls.
What would you say the top goal was, as far as what you were trying to provide for your girls? Knowing that you do have a modest income, what was the biggest thing that you wanted to provide?
Well, I wanted to do the most I could do to get them scholarships and grants and any kind of federal aid, so that the part that I had to pay for would be as little as possible.
Well, that's kind of the goal. Well, as it happens, we decided to work together, and we've been working together now for a little bit of time. What would you say was the point in time when the red light went off, or the light bulb went off, meaning that you could definitely see that some of those things that you were trying to accomplish, like the aid and making sure the kids knew where they were going to go, was happening for you?
Well, just after attending your workshop, I felt a lot better, because I finally had somewhere to start, and I felt really comfortable with you, and I felt that you had my best interests at heart.
Sure.
So when I came to my 2-hour free consultation, that's what really cemented the whole relationship, I think.
That's cool. I guess if you had to pick out of, we offer a lot of services, but what would you say has been some of the most uplifting or the most comforting parts of our services we provided for you and your girls?
I have to say it's just been the one-on-one interaction that I've had with you, because you're just always there for me whenever I have a question, no matter how silly I think the question is. And then secondly, I would say the College Planning Network and the Discover program, because that has just been an invaluable tool for my daughters in trying to figure out where they want to go and what they want to do. And I'd say that's it. You're number one, and the College Planning Network is number 2.
Well, I told you I was the quarterback, didn't I?
Yes.
I think it's important. Why don't you tell everybody, you said you have a daughter getting ready to go to Denison. Why don't you tell them about, the reality of that happening and what that has meant to you financially?
Well, I was under the common misconception that she would have to go to like a public college that would have a lower tuition, and because of your recommendations, we threw that thought out the window and looked at the colleges for what they had to offer, and Denison was a very, very expensive college, and if it hadn't been for this excellent planning and all of your help in getting us lined up with what we needed to do,
sure,
we qualified for grants and financial aid and scholarships, because Victoria's a very good student. And the part that I ended up having to pay for tuition was just minuscule.
That's awesome. And if you don't mind sharing with that, I mean, in case the people don't know, Denison cost $40,000+ a year.
It was going to be $49,000 for the first year.
Almost 50 grand. And why don't you tell the folks what your first half part of the tuition bill was?
The first semester total bill was $29,000 and something.
And what was out of your pocket?
Out of my pocket was $450.
Wow, that's amazing. Lisa, you know, I think it's important that a lot of people understand that you were feeling real feelings. These people that are skeptical about how to get their kids through college, or even skeptical about coming to listen to one of our workshops or something, whatever it may be, what recommendations would you have for families, families alike, from rich to not so rich, to single mothers and fathers, to multiple kids and families? What recommendations would you have as far as how they can figure out how they're going to accomplish paying for college, how they're going to accomplish getting their kids through school, and do it all with a peace of mind?
I would say to stop trying to worry about it all yourself, and look for the knowledge, look for information, so that you can make the right decisions for your kids, because there's so much that you don't know, that you just assume that what you're thinking is right, and it's not, and it could cost you a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of grief. So it made me feel very relieved that was taken off my shoulders, and that I knew that you and your company would take care of me and take care of deadlines and all of that, so that I just could sit back and enjoy the process.
That's all right. Well, we're so happy that we were able to hook up, and more than happy that you feel that way. Thank you so much for your time and sharing your story.
You're welcome.
All right.